Street food legends, steakhouse icons, and Michelin monsters. This is the ultimate luxury dining experience in Chicago. These are the top 7 fine dining restaurants you must visit in 2026 if excellence is the goal. Chicago defines luxury dining through discipline, not spectacle. This is a city where architectural precision shapes culinary philosophy, and prestige is earned through rigor rather than hype. Guided by Michelin Guide standards, Chicago's finest kitchens blend Midwestern restraint with global technique, proving that true fine dining is built on mastery, intention, and uncompromising execution. Number 7. Alinea. Entering Alinea feels less like sitting down for dinner and more like stepping into a meticulously controlled environment where every variable has already been considered. The room is calm, almost restrained, allowing the focus to remain entirely on what unfolds at the table. From the very first course, it becomes clear that this is not cuisine designed to comfort or reassure, but cuisine meant to engage the intellect as much as the palate. Each dish challenges assumptions about flavor, texture, and form, inviting the diner to question what food can be when traditional structure is intentionally dismantled. What separates Alinea from imitators is the rigor beneath its creativity. The techniques are complex but never indulgent. Innovation here exists in service of clarity, not shock value. Courses progress with deliberate pacing, building a narrative that feels cohesive rather than episodic. Despite its reputation for theatricality, the experience remains grounded in precision, balance, and flawless execution. In the context of Chicago's fine dining identity, Alinea represents the apex of experimental cuisine refined by discipline, where imagination is given freedom only after mastery has been fully achieved. Number 6. Smyth. At Smyth, luxury announces itself quietly. The space is composed and deliberate, setting the tone for a dining experience defined not by spectacle, but by restraint and confidence. From the first course, the focus is unmistakable. Ingredients are treated as the central narrative, handled with care that borders on reverence. Nothing feels rushed, exaggerated, or performative. Instead, each plate reflects a deep understanding of balance, allowing flavors to unfold naturally and with remarkable clarity. The power of Smyth lies in its precision. Techniques are refined to the point of invisibility, supporting the ingredients rather than competing with them. Courses progress with seamless logic, creating a rhythm that feels effortless while remaining intensely controlled. There is an underlying sense of craftsmanship in every detail, from the pacing of the menu to the calm coordination of the open kitchen. Within Chicago's fine dining landscape, Smyth represents a mature expression of excellence, proving that true luxury often speaks in a measured, deliberate voice rather than a loud one. Number 5. Oriole. Dining at Oriole feels deeply intentional, as though every element has been refined to remove distraction and leave only what truly matters. The atmosphere is intimate and composed, creating a sense of focus that immediately draws attention inward toward the plate. From the opening course, the cuisine communicates clarity and balance, favoring precision over excess and nuance over drama. Flavors are layered thoughtfully, never competing, each component serving a defined purpose within the whole. What distinguishes Oriole is its devotion to exactness. Techniques are applied with restraint, allowing ingredients to express themselves fully without unnecessary embellishment. The progression of the menu is seamless, unfolding at a pace that feels natural yet carefully calibrated. Hospitality here feels personal rather than performative, reinforcing the sense that this is a space built for serious appreciation of craft. Within Chicago's fine dining hierarchy, Oriole stands as a chef's table for purists, where excellence is measured in consistency, discipline, and quiet confidence rather than spectacle. Number 4. Ever. At Ever, the experience unfolds with a sense of deliberate calm, as though the outside world has been carefully set aside. The room itself feels contemplative, designed to support a cuisine that is deeply reflective and emotionally precise. From the first course, it becomes clear that this is fine dining driven by memory, intuition, and evolution rather than repetition. Each dish carries a quiet narrative, connecting technique to feeling in a way that feels personal without ever becoming sentimental. The strength of Ever lies in how seamlessly artistry and discipline coexist. Techniques are exacting, yet they never overshadow the core idea of the dish. Flavors are expressive but controlled, unfolding gradually and leaving space for interpretation. The progression of the menu feels intentional, building depth rather than intensity, and allowing the experience to linger well beyond the final course. Within Chicago's luxury dining landscape, ever stands as a modern sanctuary where refinement, emotion, and technical mastery are woven into a singular, cohesive vision. Number 3. Next, fine dining is defined by transformation. The space itself feels like a stage prepared for constant reinvention, where no menu is permanent and no idea is allowed to grow stale. Each iteration introduces a fully realized concept, drawing inspiration from historical eras, iconic chefs, or entire culinary traditions, yet the experience never feels like imitation. Instead, each theme is filtered through a lens of technical discipline that anchors creativity and precision. What makes Next exceptional is its consistency under change. While the narrative shifts seasonally, the execution remains unwavering, maintaining Michelin-level standards regardless of concept. Courses are cohesive, thoughtfully sequenced, and deeply researched, allowing diners to experience both imagination and control in equal measure. In the context of Chicago's fine dining identity, Next stands as a chameleon of luxury cuisine, proving that reinvention can coexist with rigor and that creativity, when disciplined, becomes a powerful form of authority. Number 2. Kasama. At Kasama, luxury takes on a different kind of authority, one rooted in cultural clarity and unapologetic identity. The atmosphere is composed yet vibrant, setting the stage for a dining experience that feels both contemporary and deeply grounded. From the first course, Filipino flavors assert themselves with confidence, elevated through classical technique and modern presentation without ever losing their soul. The cuisine feels intentional and precise, but also expressive, allowing tradition and innovation to coexist seamlessly. What distinguishes Kasama within Chicago's fine dining landscape is its sense of purpose. Every dish feels thoughtfully constructed, balancing richness, acidity, and texture with remarkable control. Technique serves as a framework rather than a distraction, giving space for heritage to lead the narrative. In a city defined by discipline, Kasama stands as a cultural breakthrough, proving that representation, when paired with mastery, can redefine what luxury dining looks like at the highest level. Number 1. Elsk. At Elsk, luxury is expressed through restraint and intimacy rather than scale. The atmosphere feels warm and composed, creating a sense of closeness that immediately distinguishes the experience from more formal fine dining rooms. The cuisine reflects this philosophy perfectly, drawing inspiration from Scandinavian simplicity while remaining firmly grounded in modern American technique. From the opening course, flavors are subtle yet deliberate, designed to reveal themselves gradually rather than demand attention. What defines Elsk is its commitment to nuance. Ingredients are seasonal and thoughtfully sourced, prepared with techniques that prioritize clarity over complexity. Each dish feels quietly confident, allowing negative space, texture, and temperature to play as important a role as flavor itself. The progression of the menu is gentle and fluid, reinforcing the idea that luxury can feel personal rather than imposing. Within Chicago's Michelin landscape, Elsk stands as a soft-spoken expression of excellence, proving that refinement does not require grandeur to leave a lasting impression. Chicago's position in the global fine dining conversation is the result of sustained discipline rather than momentary brilliance. This is a city that treats cuisine as a craft to be refined over time, not a performance designed for instant attention. Across its most respected kitchens, there is a shared philosophy that excellence must be repeatable, measured, and earned daily. Innovation here does not replace structure. It grows from it. That commitment to fundamentals is what allows Chicago to stand confidently among the world's most serious culinary capitals. The influence of the Michelin Guide carries particular weight in this city because it aligns naturally with Chicago's values. Consistency, precision, and technical command are not external pressures, but internal standards already embedded in the culture. Restaurants here succeed not by chasing novelty, but by mastering systems, refining execution, and respecting the relationship between restraint and impact. Luxury, in this context, is not defined by opulence or abundance, but by control and clarity at the highest level. What unites the city's top restaurants is a shared understanding that fine dining is an intellectual pursuit as much as a sensory one. Menus are constructed with logic, pacing, and narrative intention, allowing each course to contribute meaningfully to the whole. Service is precise without intrusion, design is purposeful rather than decorative, and hospitality feels considered rather than theatrical. These elements work together to create experiences that reward attention and invite reflection, rather than overwhelm the senses. For global culinary travelers, Chicago represents credibility. It is a destination where chefs are trusted to execute ambitious ideas without compromising discipline, and where guests can expect rigor regardless of style or concept. The city's finest restaurants do not rely on spectacle to justify their status. Their authority is built through consistency, depth, and restraint. In Chicago, fine dining is not about excess or indulgence for its own sake. It is about excellence refined through structure, patience, and an unwavering commitment to mastery.